Hello from Orlando, Florida, guys. I'm out here for a couple of days over spring break, and I'm just going to be using this opportunity to herp for some local species. I've already seen two actually before recording this intro. I saw a ton of brown anoles, which are very common out here, and then also some greenhouse frogs, which was pretty neat. I'm spending a bunch of time out here over spring break, hopefully going to use it as a time to kind of warm myself up for the Colorado herping season, kind of get my feet wet and with like flipping and exploring ponds and stuff like that, just to warm myself up a little bit for what's to come. The Colorado season, which will start essentially when I get back. Not my first herps of the year. I found some tiger salamanders earlier in March, but we're out here. Hopefully we're gonna find a couple species. I already have two on the board, so hopefully that continues and we get some cool, bad timing, but hopefully while we're out here we get some cool species, and yeah, so I'll see you guys all hopefully soon.
Look at all these little frogs. I don't know what species these are. I think they're almost southern leopard frogs. I don't know. Where? Oh, I had a cool one. There he is.
You see him?
Oh, that's awesome. Hey, look at this. I don't actually know. Yeah, he's gonna jump out. Alright, so that's pretty neat. I just flipped this little garden drainage thing and there were a bunch of little frogs in it. How about that? There. Oh, yep. There they are. See them jumping around in there. Those are greenhouse frogs. Let me try to pick one up here. There's one like right there. I don't see any. But hopefully you saw them jumping around in there. Those are greenhouse frogs. I mis-ID'd those in my first clip. Greenhouse frogs, pretty neat. Lifer for sure. Oh, there goes one right there. You guys see that little guy jumping around? Try to grab him. They're really fast, but sorry. He's right there. Okay, there you have it. That's a greenhouse frog. Pavement for a second. These guys are pretty hard to catch. They're very quick. Oops. So that is a greenhouse frog, invasive species in Florida, but still pretty neat looking. There we go. That is a green tree frog. That is my lifer. That is absolutely awesome. It's a species I was really hoping to see. He's behaving really well for us. Just sitting there. He is awesome. That is a green tree frog right there. That is absolutely awesome. I'm thrilled with their spot for photos now. Perched really nicely on this leaf right here. He is. Oh, look at that. Very nice looking green tree frog. Very, very cool. Okay, so on second thought, I actually think this is an unusually green Cuban tree frog. I'm kind of tempted to go and try to grab it. I think this is actually a really green Cuban tree frog. I'll try to grab it. Oh my god, cool. Oh, I had him. Oh, I lost him. I think, though, it's just a very green Cuban tree frog. I'm not actually 100% certain on ID here, but it's definitely a tree frog. It's definitely either a Cuban or a green, but that's pretty awesome. Just to give you a bit of a scale of size, I mean, he's pretty big. Yeah, very nice looking amphibian. Sorry, very nice. I don't actually know what species this guy is, but hopefully we find a few more. Yeah, I don't know. if it's a Cuban or a green tree frog, doesn't really matter. I'm leaning towards Cuban, but it's just, I don't know if you guys can see. He is very, very green. So, who knows? But nice. There you go. One final little video about this guy. Pretty sure, actually I'm almost 100% certain, this is a Cuban tree frog. And the reason I say that, just let this one go. He's really big. Green tree frogs only get to about 3 inches in size. This guy, as you can see, is pretty big. So we're gonna go, and also with the fact that the eyes protrude out from the head as much as they do. So I'm gonna assume this is a very green Cuban tree frog, and also a little brown right behind the eyeballs. So I'm pretty sure this is a Cuban tree frog. Nice, and you can see he's a big guy. So we're gonna say Cuban tree frog for this one. Sorry I got the IDs wrong in the first couple clips of this guy, but I mean, I've already filmed him enough, so we're gonna leave him be. Hopefully try to go and find some more like southern toads would be awesome. But yeah, so that's one of the biggest amphibians I was hoping to find. Very excited. I realized I don't actually have any brown anole clips. There he goes, and the reason why is because they're so jumpy. But yeah, so that's a brown anole. They're absolutely everywhere down. All right, we have a green anole. I don't know if he's gonna run or what. Right there. That is a green anole. That's my life for green anole right there. That is awesome, awesome, awesome. Green anole is another species for the trip, another species I was really hoping we'd come across. Got another green anole right there. I don't know if these guys jump or what their deal is, but right there, nice green anole. Oh, there he goes. I knew I shouldn't have grabbed him, but you can see there. No, I'm filming him or not, but there's turtle. Oh yeah, there he is right there. Oh, there he goes. Cool. Well, there's another. I think this might be a turtle. I don't know. Oh, it totally is. It's totally a turtle. I'm gonna try to handle him. Oh, it's not this. Try to grab him. I'm gonna start again. Alright, so I pulled this turtle out and it's dead. Yeah, no, my hands smell terrible. Yeah, so this is a turtle. Yeah, I don't know what species it is. I think it's. Let's look at the underside. I don't know. Maybe a peninsular cooter? I don't know. Doesn't look like a regular flyer. My hands smell terrible now. Yeah, I don't really know what species this guy is. It's a shame that he's dead, but we do know that there are turtles out here now, which is something I had assumed earlier, but now we have actual confirmation. Shame that he's dead, but yeah, so there are turtles out here. I saw that shell and I was absolutely thrilled, but still pretty neat. We're walking along this area that's a lot more, what's the word, a lot less urbanized, I guess. And yeah, so this is a nice spot, and hopefully it's not the last trip we come across. Man, that turtle smells terrible though. Poor guy, but yeah, if you have any idea what kind of species that was, tell me. But yeah, for now, I think we're just gonna keep moving and hopefully find a live one this time. It's definitely not a soft shell, I don't think. I think it was probably a peninsular cooter, but I digress. We're gonna keep on moving. Well, hold on a second. Is that a frog or am I tripping? I think I'm tripping. Yeah, we're gonna keep moving. Yes, 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 yes. Look at this. There you have it. A southern toad. I've been wandering around for quite actually not terribly long, maybe like 5-10 minutes. And I've been here and I'm calling. You can still hear him in the background, but there you have it. That is a southern toad. I don't know the scientific name off the top of my head. I do know that this is Anoxyrus, which is the same genus as the woodhouse's toad, which is very common in my home state of Colorado. So absolutely thrilled with that. You can hear these guys calling from this little pond that I'm right next to. So I'm not terribly surprised to have found this guy, but oh, that is awesome. I am absolutely thrilled with that. I'm gonna take this guy for some pictures real quick. In situ, this is how I found him. I have not touched him. I probably won't touch him. I'm just gonna enjoy him. He's behaving really well for me. Usually toads are pretty cool like this, at least in my experience. This guy is being very, very cooperative, and I mean, he is awesome. I've been hearing him calling from this little area, so I'm not too surprised to have found this guy, but I'm absolutely thrilled. This was one of my big goal species while I was out here. Was a different kind of frog from over there. I don't know what species, but yeah, they almost sound like chorus frogs, but I can't think of any that live down here. But oh, that is awesome. So that, there you have it, an Oxyrus. Like I said, I don't remember the scientific name off the top of my head, but that is such an exciting find. Even though I'm sure they're pretty common down here, I'm still absolutely thrilled. And yeah, we're gonna take some pictures. Okay, just a little clip. You be quiet here in a second. Just listen for the southern toads, and you can hear them. They sound kind of like crickets, but they're not consistent. It'll just be like a little, I don't even know how to describe it. Just listen closely. Right there. And right there. There's two of them at a time, and another one. They all stand out pretty well. So I'm just at the edge of this little pond. I assume that this is likely the males calling out. I don't necessarily think this is a runoff pool, but I wouldn't be shocked if they breed in here, so I can hear them really, really clearly. I'm sure they probably think there's a little foresty area up here, and I'm sure they probably hang out there during the day and then come out to the pond at night. But I'm gonna keep looking for a couple more, because I mean, I'm hearing them really well. So there's definitely quite a few out here. So we're gonna go ahead and give that a bit of a go, and I'll if I find one, I'll stalk you guys and show. All right, here's another one. This one's a tiny bit bigger, and for scale, not a surprise to find another one. I'm hearing a lot of them. Oh, there's another one over there. There's tons of them out. I'm honestly kind of surprised this is only the second one I've seen, but this guy is really, really nice looking. Awesome animals, very similar to the Woodhouse's toads back home. Yeah, gonna keep the clip short since I've already seen one of these, but pretty nice looking. There are Florida softshell turtles right out there. That is awesome. That is so cool. Look, you see them? Oh, that is so cool. I'm gonna go softshell turtle down there. I don't know where he went. Oh yeah, right there. Yeah. Oh, there he is. Got my shoes off and everything. That was a Florida softie though. And that is the fourth one I've seen today. So zoom back out. They seem to be very abundant and active in this really warm water, or really warm day. It's like 85 or so right now, so they seem to be really enjoying that. I don't know if it's even worth trying to get one in hand, but we'll give it a go. That was pretty cool. The softies aren't the only turtles out today. Look at this. Concealer cooter. Just sitting right there. Not just hanging out. That is really, really awesome. He's wearing those are concealer cooters. I don't even know what that was. Okay, so I just had a close run-in with concealer cooters, 3 of them, and I was kicking myself because for some reason the video I filmed didn't save, but fortunately there are 2 basking right there. It's like almost 90 degrees, so the turtles must really like
this warm weather, but those are definitely peninsular cooters. You can tell all the way from over here. Definitely not Florida softies, and that is awesome. Let's see if I can try to get a little bit closer. I don't know if I'm gonna make a run for handling one of them, but we'll see. They are in a pretty easy spot to get to, but these guys I imagine are gonna be pretty shy, so let's see what can happen. But I'm very happy I got to see more of these because the first video I shot was really cool. I got within maybe 6 feet of them, and they didn't really jump, but let's see if it's the same case with these guys. We see them sitting very neat. Yeah, the turtles are out in full force today, so let's see what happens if we get a little bit closer. Turn my camera on if anything. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this clip very short because I see a ton of these guys back home in Colorado. It's American bullfrog. It's pretty big actually. I can't really, it's kind of hand size there, but yeah, it's an American bullfrog. All right, back out tonight looking for more southern toads.
Just jumped in the water there.
Yeah, that was another one. This one is really, really nice looking though. This one has great colors, really cool pattern. Kind of get an idea of the size, but yeah, that's a really nice one. This one's pretty big. This is probably the biggest one we've seen so far. Try to get a nice shot of the head, but that's a nice looking southern toad, Anaxyrus terrestris. There we go. I looked that up because I forgot yesterday, but this is a pretty decent looking male. Really nice pattern on this one, so happy with that for sure. Don't know what species this guy is. Are you? Oh, you're a southern toad, aren't you? Shoot, sorry, bad camera work. Southern toad, yeah. Whoa! Oh. Are you a southern toad? I don't think this is a southern toad. I don't know what species this guy is. Maybe a southern leopard. Oh, you know what? It's probably Cuban tree frog. Yeah, it's probably just a Cuban. Sorry, camera's not good. Yeah, this guy's probably just a Cuban tree frog. Yeah, that's the ID we're gonna go for. I heard him hopping around over there, so when I was able to get him to come out here. Wow, they jump far. Alright, Cuban tree frog, I'm gonna get to. Yeah, this guy's definitely Cuban tree frog. These guys are invasive in the state of Florida, and they eat all of the native tree frogs, the green tree frog. Regardless, still a pretty neat looking species. Very, very big eyes. People are coming, so I gotta make this quick, but yeah, nice looking one. Duller colors than the one last time, but still pretty neat looking, so there we go. So I don't know what this spider's doing. Sorry, put something down. I also don't really know what species it is. Don't even have a guess. Pretty cool though. There he is. Little Cuban tree frog. There he is, right there. Nice. Nicely behaved. Pretty small one. Second of the night. No big surprises there. Nice looking frog. Wow. They are really cool looking, even if they're invasive. Pretty cool. Probably the last thing I'll see tonight. And yeah, call it good. We got something kind of interesting here. Looks like a pair of brown anoles mating, which is pretty interesting. The male on top is really nice colors, but we'll leave these guys to their business. All right, we have a tricky, hasty little house gecko here. We're out looking for southern toads and tree frogs. It rained pretty hard this evening, and we have this guy right here who I don't actually, not 100% certain on the species here. It's not a brown anole, I don't think. He's fast, so it could be a brown anole. Yeah, I don't know what species this guy is, but he's still pretty neat looking. All right, we got this guy right here. Pretty neat looking. Lots of amphibians I expect to be out tonight. This is likely just the tip of the iceberg. Oh, this is a southern toad, I'm pretty sure. Very interesting colored one at that.
probably not the first nor the last one we will encounter tonight. Wait, but these little snails have been absolutely everywhere tonight. It's right after a rainstorm, which I imagine is going to be pretty neat.